Today we asked the question, who are the best defenders on Chalet, the map in Rainbow Six, for ranked specifically, because, you know, that's all we really play. So first, we got Alibi. Alibi Chalet, oh my. Easy S tier, easy S tier, easy S tier. This is Alibi's best map. She's a freaking beast on it. You want good guns on this map. It's tough from a defender perspective to just play strictly utility and strictly like strategy. You do want to be able to fight back on this map. Plus, on top of that, with most of the windows on this map, you can't repel. Like the bathroom balcony windows, the west main windows, the library windows, you can't repel upside down and actually shoot those Alibi prismas. So by putting them on the windows, they're just super effective. On top of that, shield, very nice. The bailiff, great for setting up. The two middle floor sites have tons of setup, so having the bailiff is very good. Alibi is an easy S tier. You can't argue with that. Aruni's actually really good on this map as well. Aruni's really good. She's good on the for blocking the util piano. She's good on the basement. She's good on especially the middle floor sites. I think Aruni's like A tier. You know, she's not the most like game-changing operator by any means, but she is very useful on this map. If you guys watched my best and worst map for every operator, I said Chalet was Azami's worst map. I think I was wrong, because I think she's actually really good on Chalet. Now Azami's like just literally the best on every map. It was really hard for me to pick. I picked Chalet, but she's definitely still S tier on Chalet, because Azami is Azami, dude. We'll leave her here. I think Alibi's actually better than Azami on this map. Bandit, Chalet. If you've watched this channel for some time, you know I don't like Bandit. You don't need them on any site besides the basement. If you're bringing Bandit on Master, they're just going to impact the floor from the front door, nade it from the front door. They're probably going to get those bandits like right away. So they're not actually like doing anything. But on the basement, like you kind of need it just so they can't just go open every single wall without like wasting a grenade or using some sort of utility as an exchange on that site. I think like D, like top of D, but realistically you like don't need Bandit most of the time. Castle on Chalet, very strong, very good operator for Chalet. Again, Castle's like pretty easy to counter, you know? He's not like breaking the game by bringing castles. Basement site is good if you're doing like a roam, but if you're actually just bunkering the site, I don't see him being super useful. Master site, bar site, dining site, all very, very strong. I'm gonna say like B tier. Yeah, like high B. High B. I agree with that. I agree with that. What about Decav though? Obviously Decav is the best operator in the game. Obviously Decav. We all know I'm joking. Cav on Chalet is like useless completely, I think. I can't think of a single time Cav would be good on this map, except for maybe if you're on the master site and you're flanking through the basement and they're not watching flank cams, because flanks are pretty easy to hold on this map. You shouldn't get anything done with Cav. Clash, Chalet. Clash can be good on basement. There's just way too many windows on every other site to make her useful. I really can't see Clash being, like, I wouldn't pick Clash at all on this map, to be honest. I think she's probably worse than Cav. Yeah, if you're picking Clash on Chalet, like something is wrong with you. Like literally, don't pick Clash on Chalet, dude. Doc again. Yeah, Doc's gonna be garbage too. Doc's gonna be even worse than Clash. Let's play, if you really want health, play Thunderbird, okay? Yeah, oh, I can spawn peek with the MP5 1.5. Oh my god, I don't care. I don't care. This is a good map for Echo. Definitely a lot of spots you can use the Echo cams really well. The only downside to playing Echo on Chalet is that there's not a lot of safe areas to sit, and you're kind of always under constant pressure as a defender, and that can be a little scary. His echo cams can physically be super, super strong on like the top floor sites. On the basement though, Echo basement's kind of weird. The top floor sites though, very good. I would say, yeah, right behind Castle. I think that's a good spot for him. Ella's just kind of ass now. I really think they just fucked up by nerfing her Grismont so much. I'd say she's worse than Bandit. The mines are info, like they are useful in a way, but kind of just a bad pick. She has a shield, so that's nice, but like, chances are your Bandit utility is doing more than your Ella utility, which is pretty sad. I think Frost kind of sucks. Dude, Frost on Chalet, bro? You're crazy. Frost is nasty on Chalet. Secondary shotgun, the same premise as Alibi. Put them under windows, they can't repel upside down to shoot them. If they're hopping in a window, they have to look down and shoot it. So if you're holding a passive angle on the window, they hop in to shoot it, you shoot them in the side. Or they're wasting explosive utility on them, which is massive. And they're so good on the library windows, the west main windows, the bathroom windows, the K9 window. So good. Frost is so good. Minus the basement site, not ideal on the basement site. Very, very good on Chalet. Honestly, I kind of want to put her here because I don't think Aruni's that good on basement side either. But I think the Frost mats are actually better than the Aruni gates on this. Goyo Chalet, not horrible, but not his best. We need some chat assistance here. I C. I was thinking C. Yeah, I was kind of in that area. C. Yeah, I wouldn't pick him. I wouldn't recommend him. But if there was someone that was like, oh, I'm a Goyo man. I love Goyo. I'd be like, okay, well, like, obviously there's better maps for him, but you could pick him. C4 is nice. Jager on Chalet is pretty strong. I mean, it's Jager. Definitely S tier. Probably not as good as Azami, and I also think this is a better map for Wamai than Jager. I think the Wamai is better than Jager on this map. But he'd be like a lower S tier operator, but I mean, on a map that grenades are so good, Jager's gonna be great on the basement. Yes, thank you. Super good on the basement. I would go Jager over Wamai on basement and Wamai over Jager on every other side. Or just bring both. Honestly, you just bring both. They're both great. We might as well throw Wamai in there since like we just talked about Jager and Wamai. I think Wamai's probably above Azami here actually. Because you can do disc for like the main door if they're trying to like nade the stuff off the wall from the main door. You can hide discs over there. There's a lot of spots you can just hide discs and catch utility. That's super important. Basement again, super good. Catch even Selma charges. If they're running ace, you could hide Wamai's for the ace charges, you know, and just mess with people. Plus, there's some spots where ADSs you can't really place them because they can be shot from like for example, piano window. You can shoot the ADSs from the piano window. This is where like a Wamai disc would be better because you can tuck them in under stuff or like hide them better to make it so it looks like there's nothing protecting and they don't make the sound of the ADS. So then they just like throw a thing into a Wamai disc and it's over, right? Cade is extremely good on this map, but how extremely good is he? Would this be fair, chat? Or do we think above? Do we think above Azami or below Azami? I don't think he goes anywhere else. Maybe here. Okay, above Wamai or below Wamai? Below Wamai? Okay. Yeah, I can get behind this. E-Claw's super good on this. There's a lot of invincible Cades on this map, which is why I really like him a lot. So there's a lot of really strong Cades on this. At the same time, Maverick, you're gonna clap your cheeks if you run Cade. There you have it. Kapkan is very good on Chalet, actually. I really like Kapkan on Chalet. Not like extremely good by any means, but I think probably like somewhere in the B tier, like high B. Maybe low A. I could get behind this. So bringing the traps, playing around your traps, shooting drones, maybe getting a potential kill and then getting a trap kill later on could be super, super strong. But with Kapkan's gun on the defense, it's going to help you out a lot as well. So those are just kind of the reasonings. If you're curious as to why he's up in A, that would be it. This is also a really good map for Lesion, actually. Because again, kind of like the exact same reasons as Kapkan, except the goo mines just give you more information on the area you're playing. If you're bunkering, don't play Lesion. But if you're roaming, you're like committing to this roam, play Lesion, have the information around you using the traps, and then you're just like, you can just play off them. You can use those impacts for like quick rotates or to drop a hatch or whatever it may be. I think Legion's super good on Chalet as well. Maestro, the Maestro man. Nah, I think he's kind of bad on this map. I think he's worse than Echo. I think he's like C tier on this map. His cams just aren't super impactful on it. The Echo cams are way better. You still have to go on his cams to tase stuff, right? You're vulnerable on those cams, which is, again, why I'm not a huge fan of like the Echo as much. Because you have to sit on the cams. Like, Maestro cams aren't really that good unless you're tasing stuff. So Maestro cams are kind of like Echo cams, except you can just blow them up. Whereas the Echo cams, you can hide in a lot of really good areas. They're probably just going to end up destroying your Maestro cams anyway, and you're probably not going to get very much use of them as the actual operator of the cameras. So the Echo cams are going to be way more advantageous, I find, which is why he's like just a tier below Echo. How about Melusi though? Bottom of S? I think Melusi is just an S tier op in general. Melusi just makes it very difficult for the attackers to actually push into the site, especially if they're not clearing their utility ahead of time. So if the attackers aren't taking the necessary steps, they're going to be walking into site super slow, and it's just going to be so much easier to fight those guys and like get a good target. And on top of that, you can kind of extend them out. Like if you put one on the solar stairs when you're playing Master and they come up the solar stairs, you have the info that they're coming up the stairs without having to rely on your team. So I think like low S, because like at the same time, if the attackers are just clearing utility, they're just going to get them, right? I think Mirror's like overall pretty solid on this map. I would say like mid A maybe. I don't think like S tier, but like most people are pretty good at countering Mirrors at this point. Smokes, Twitch is semi-prevalent on this map as well as Zero, so like there are a lot of counters being brought, but I think she is still really solid. If you're a team that loves dining and loves bar, Mirror is definitely an S tier one, but because those are like the two tertiary sites, it's gonna be a bit lower. Mozzy Chalet. Mozzy Chalet, good for a master extension if you're extending a library side or holding underneath. The Nitro's big there. Basement site, if you're doing a roam, very good. This is probably one of the worst maps for Mozzy. I think he'd probably be like top of B, to be honest. Not like super impactful. Plus on Chalet, like it's so small that the actual amount of drones people are using, like your pests probably aren't going to do much here. Mute is not B. No, Mute's definitely at least A on this map. The shotgun's huge. The nitro's huge. The mute jammers are very useful, very good, very strong. I mean, it's better than Frost. I would say probably A, maybe even Oryx Chalet, dude. Oryx is crazy on Chalet. I love Oryx on Chalet. There's so many hatches, and you can open all the hatches and just run around and take fights. The same thing I was saying with Kapkan Lesion. Like, you want to be aggressive as a defender. You want to shoot a lot of drones, be able to move quickly. I do think Oryx is S tier on this map. I think he's better than Frost. That's crazy. That's wild. I'm going to put him behind Melusi, but at the top. Oryx is super, super solid on this map. Super solid. You want to play Oryx because, like, a lot of people like Oryx. Oryx says it's super fun op. But, like, he's not usually the best pick on this map, though. There's a lot of sight set up, especially on those middle floors again. He has the secondary shotgun. He can smash through the walls. He's a very, very good choice for Chalet. S tier Oryx, baby. Never thought that would happen, but here we are. Pulse Chalet, pretty bad. You don't really want the ump. Maybe, like, top of C. I think Maestro's actually better. I think, like, here, you can do some stuff with Pulse. Like, if I was running Pulse on this map, I'd probably run the shotgun, to be honest. And just hide in a corner. And then, like, I would hide in a corner on the floor below. Hopefully I shotgun someone, and if I don't, I pull up my scanner and try to do something with the nitro. Like, yeah, not a great map for Pulse by any means. If this were Cafe, we'd be putting him a little higher, but this is not Cafe, this is Chalet, and he is going to be C tier. Rook is dumb. Just don't pick Rook, man. Rook sucks. Rook dumb, Rook bad. Yeah, F but above Cav. I'm with you right there. Slightly better than Cav. I mean, yeah, you have the 2.0x sight. I don't know why I can never say that right. The 2x sight. The armor is semi-useful, I guess. That's all I have to say. Not good. Smoke is an S tier op, literally on every map. The question is, how much of an S tier op is he on Chalet? I think he's the most S tier on Chalet. I think he's the best Chalet defender. I think it's just the narrow cutoffs, like trophy window's a good cutoff, piano window's a good cutoff, K9 door, trench door, and all these cutoff angles are super easy to get a smoke grenade onto and, like, be able to, like, make that play. Unlike Tachanka, who is ass. I hate Tachanka. I just do not like this guy whatsoever. I think he's semi-useful on this map, but not to the degree that Smoke is. I really can't justify picking Tachanka over Echo. I mean, the site setups are long, so that you could theoretically argue that you could just, like, set up sight pretty quick. I think I'm gonna move Mozzy down a bit, actually. I think Echo might be a better pick than Mozzy here as well. Maybe we'll do this. There we go. Tachanka's decent, but like Smoke is just a better pick. Smoke is just a better pick on this map. Tachanka is what you get when you order smoke on wish.com. Yeah, everybody give your best Tachanka roast in the fucking comments right now. Moving on, we have Thorn. I think Thorn's actually a solid pick on this map, especially the basement site. I think she's actually pretty good, and I'm not a huge Thorn fan. And I find that I keep hitting her with a slightly higher tier than I expect myself to put her in during these tier lists. I think Thorn is a better pick than Tachanka on Chalet, which is weird to me. Would I put her in A tier? Is it here or here, chat? Lesion is definitely better. Lesion is definitely better than Thorn. The Thorn traps aren't ideal, but if you stack them up in one area, I find they're decent. Like, if you stack them on the blue stairs and they hit one, they run towards another one, they hit another one, you just fucking beam them. Done that a few times. It works pretty well. Yeah, Thorn's a decent pick. This is a good spot for her. Thunderbird Chalet, solid, but probably not, like, the best option. I don't think she's S tier, guys. I think she's above Aruni in the A tier, or here. Yeah, Thunderbird's good. Thunderbird's good. Again, gun heavy map. Like, you do want to be like fighting people. Sometimes their cone stations just aren't like super useful, or you don't use them at all. Spear is nice, Nitro's nice, but like that's all. That's kind of all she wrote. You know what I'm saying? All this utility is so impactful every round. That's the thing. These S tier ops, they can be impactful every round with their util. Even Oryx, because you're like dashing around, setting up sight, making big holes, fucking wasting a lot of time, shooting a lot of drones if you play them right. And I can't see Thunderbird being any higher. Valk is C or B. I gotta disagree with you on that, my man. One of the best maps for Valk, because there's so many just like good areas for the Valk cams. Bing bong. Yeah, Valk's S tier, guys. Valk's S tier on this map. If you think Valk isn't S tier, you're probably just in too low of a rank where like callouts and cameras aren't as impactful as they really are. Because like Valk cameras are so strong. Opens up a lot of opportunity for nitro kills, flanks, just kills in general. Like all that extra info is like how you just get more kills. I think she's definitely S tier. Probably even like here, actually. I'm gonna put her third. Second highest. She's better. She's just better than all these operators on Chalet. Vigil's actually pretty decent on Chalet. You can waste a lot of time with Vigil on this map. and you need to be wasting time on this map because it's so small. You want to waste a lot of time, right? For Master Sight is a little weaker, but like not even, because you can still do like some fat roams underneath or across in library side. The longer I think about it, the more I like Vigil on this map. I think Vigil's probably like here, like A tier, mid A tier. Mirror Pick's probably gonna be a bit better. Same with Mute Frost, but still like better than these guys. You can waste a lot of time. You can trick a lot of drones. You can just like, you can really just work the enemies. And if they're 5-stack, especially if you're playing up against like a 5-stack in your solo queue, Vigil's a fantastic pick, because then it's gonna be super hard for them to drone you out, find you, and hunt you down. And then you can just literally like juke around these drones and go and fucking clap their cheeks and dismantle an attack single-handedly. Like there's a lot you can do with Vigil, especially if you're good at dodging those drones. Warden on Chalet is solid. Again, this map is so gun heavy, and there's a lot of smoke usage on it. I don't think he's B. I think he's top of C, and I think all these operators are better choices than Warden on this map. But he's you know, more decent than most of his maps. There's my Chalet Defender tier list. The best and the worst operators to run on Chalet. Honestly, like even C tier is like people I would probably never pick on Chalet. Like these are kind of like the fucking dump of the dumpsters right here. But A tier, S tier, all super good. Even the B tier, pretty good at times. So have a blast, man. Chalet's a fun defense, bro. You go kill people on Chalet, you win. Enjoy.